Oh, God.
Oh, dude! Oh my God!
Hey guys, what's going on? Third Straight Reactions here. We're back. I'm Shane.
Malachi.
Tom.
Guys, we're back with Game of Thrones, a new season. Season 4, episode 1. Alright guys, by the way, it is like frigid outside, so you might hear a tiny little buzz. That's a heater. And
we're working the night shift.
we're working, it is very late.
That's what the Red Bull's for, baby. Woo!
We do for you guys. Alright guys, last episode. Malachi, do you remember what happened? What's going on in Dragonstone?
No peeking.
What's going on in Dragonstone?
Dragonstone, what's Dragonstone?
Dragonstone is where Stannis Baratheon and the Red Witch are. It's where they have Gendry.
Oh, yeah, they're doing rituals.
Doing rituals?
Resident Evil 4.
Like, well, yeah. Malachi, we got to play a little Resident Evil 4.
I beat it last night, so.
Yeah, he beat the whole game in an hour, yeah.
I did.
Anyways, so,
Well, him and, Gendry and Davos ended up connecting and having a pretty good conversation, and I think Gendry was a little bit leery of him until they ended up having the conversation about growing up in Flea Bottom. And
yeah, and he ended up helping him out, even though Stannis just let him out of prison.
Right.
He essentially signed his own death sentence by doing that, but Missandra said, no, we need him. Melisandre, yeah. Yeah, they need him, so, yeah, they need him in the war to come.
Do you think that there was any scenario in which the Red Wedding would have been a season finale? The writing was constructed in the course of the show. Do you think there was a way that they could have finagled that and made it a season finale?
Terrible.
I don't know. I mean, I've read, I haven't read this far in the books. I read up to the second book. And, no, I mean, it feels like a season finale. I mean, that would have been like a jaw-dropping, like, guys, what the hell did we just watch? But they had more story to tell.
How long between each season did the season come out?
How long?
Was it like one season a year?
Yeah, but the last season took 2 years, I think. Yeah,
Can you imagine having to wait?
No.
They had to work. They worked pretty hard on it. They worked pretty hard on
God awful.
it. Yeah. But anyways, speaking of god awful, do you guys remember Sam and Bran? They end up meeting up north of the. Was it north? Yeah, north of the wall.
Yeah.
No, it was not north of the wall. I'm sorry, it was south of the wall because Bran wanted to go north of the wall.
Yeah.
And Sam.
Well, Sam. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So they ended up meeting up. He realized it was Jon's brother. He ended up helping him. And they ended up splitting the party up, too, because Bran kind of needs to do this alone.
Yeah.
So he went there with Hodor.
Hodor. I love a good Hodor.
Hodor's great.
Hodor.
Also, in Yunkai, we had the epic scene at the end where all the prisoners are holding her up because they were basically just freed.
Yep.
And they're calling her Misa.
And she gives them the option. Because they're like, wait, well, you owe her. And she's like, no, you don't owe me anything.
Yeah.
Your freedom is of your own volition. What you choose to do, you're free now. And they were all receptive to it. So now, like, she's starting to gather this big conglomerate of all these different armies and people who are supporting her cause.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
it was kind of an epic scene when they were holding her up because they're all wearing, like, these tattered brown clothes and she's wearing, like, this blue and she's got blonde hair.
yeah.
Symbolism.
It was pretty awesome. Anyways, guys, before we jump into this, if you want to support us...
Wait.
Yes.
Yara's going after her brother Theon.
Oh, yeah. Well, we didn't talk about that last time.
Old dickless, ballless Theon.
Dickless Ballless Theon.
As a matter of fact, didn't they
I think he has his
mail
balls.
it?
What?
Didn't they mail it to Bolton?
In a box.
Bolton?
It's his favorite toy. Yeah. Not to Bolton, too. His dad, he's a Greyjoy, Balon.
Balon, you're right. Yeah.
I love that last name.
And he couldn't even look at it, and he's like, he can't even provide an heir anymore. And Yara's like, screw you, I'm going to go get him.
Yeah.
Dude, Balon Greyjoy is just a piece of shit, balding motherfucker.
Scum of the earth.
There's no love lost between you and him, is there?
No.
So you and James.
Any bald people. So, anyways, guys, before we jump in, check us out on Patreon to see the next 4 weeks. Matt's all right. He's jacked.
George Costanza?
He's a sitcom character. He's fake. I love him.
Keegan-Michael Key?
Yeah, they're all right. Okay. Check us out on Patreon to see early access, 4 weeks, and full-length uncut reactions. Let's jump in.
I missed you. Did he form like a Spartan ring? Oh my.
Magnificent.
He looks awesome.
No one's made a Valyrian steel sword since the Doom of Valyria.
There are 3 living smiths who know how to rework Valyrian steel. The finest of them?
Now we have 2.
2.
The original weapon was absurdly large. Plenty of steel for 2 swords.
So it's like a heavy. He was like a heavy kind of guy.
You'll have to train your left hand.
And a decent swordsman knows how to use both hands.
You'll never be as good. You can't serve in the King's Guard with one hand.
The King's got oaths for life.
The war is over. The King is safe.
The King is never safe.
You'll return to Castle Rock and rule in my stead.
No.
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 I don't believe I asked you a question. Your bloody honor comes before
My bloody honor is beyond repair.
Go. If serving as a glorified bodyguard is the sum of your ambition, go serve. Keep it. A one-handed man with no family needs all the help he can get.
Prince of Dawn we're waiting for, not one of your sellsword friends.
He's so damned important. How come they sent you to meet him?
I am Tyrion Lannister of Castle Rock, Master of Coin. I don't see Prince Doran in your company.
To
He
expand
sends
your
his
world.
brother, Prince Oberyn, to attend the royal wedding.
You must find Prince Oberyn before he kills somebody or several somebody.
How do you plan on finding a single Dornishman in a city this big?
That's freaking Mandalorian.
Dude,
Yeah.
what?
Yep.
That's amazing. Before he
Look
even...
how young he
He
is.
does look young, doesn't he?
Why not use the right words? I'm a bastard. She is a whore. And you're what? A procurer.
The two girls can leave.
I'm afraid I'm not on offer, my lord.
Everyone who works for Littlefinger is on offer. Have you ever been with a prince?
Can't say I have.
Oberyn.
As now the rains weep o'er his home. And not
Forgive me for staring. I don't see many Lannisters where I'm from.
I don't see many Dornishmen.
Come with me, lover.
Gods, look at this one.
Sirs, if you follow me, I'll arrange for a private room.
Why are you wasting a woman like this on a Dornishman?
Bring you a shaved goat and a bottle of olive oil. May I tell you a secret? You're not a golden lion. Long sword is a bad option in close quarters.
Give the intrusion. We heard them make trouble.
Apologies, my love.
What's going on?
We'll need a few more girls. Girls, yes?
Oh, I now. Why did you come to King's Landing, Prince Oberyn?
I was invited to the royal wedding.
I thought we were speaking truth.
The last time I was in the capital was 3 years ago. My sister Elia and Rhaegar Targaryen, the last dragon. And beautiful, noble Rhaegar Targaryen left her for another woman. That started a war, and the war ended right here. When your father's army took the city.
Rhaegar and
They butchered those children, my nephew and niece, carved them up and wrapped them in Lannister cloaks. And my sister, the Gregor Clegane the Mountain, raped Elia and split her in half with his great sword. I wasn't there. But if the Mountain killed my sister, your father gave the order. Tell your father I'm here. And tell him the Lannisters aren't the only ones who pay their debts.
He's gonna do something to somebody. Somebody's gonna die. Is that black one the alpha?
They could never be tamed. Not even by their mother.
He's from Hill House.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, it's him. I love that guy.
Yeah.
Why they change the actor? What happened to the other guy?
Who cares? This is great.
I know.
You watched Hill House?
Yeah,
It's amazing, isn't it?
I love it. It's one of my favorite TV
It's
shows.
incredible, yeah.
It's awesome.
Tell her she needs to eat.
My lady, you do need to eat.
I don't want to eat.
I can't let you starve. I swore.
I lie awake all night, staring at the canopy, thinking about how they died.
I could get you essence of nightshade.
Never
What
reunited.
happened to your family was a terrible crime. Your mother, on the other hand, I admired her. She wanted to have me executed, but I admired her. Your mother would want you to carry on. You know it's true.
He's in a tough spot too, you know.
What are you doing?
No, I know. We have come to a dangerous place.
Have you forgotten me? Do you know how long it's been?
Of course I haven't forgotten.
To relax.
It's weird because I just know how he's feeling.
I told you, it's not a good time.
It's never a good time.
You have your child pride now.
If you want me to leave, just say it.
Say it!
You want me to stay?
No answer is an answer, you know. Oh,
That's regrettable.
that's a regrettable thing. The way it happened, the way it went down, how surprising it was.
But that's what he gets?
Craftsmanship is excellent.
Looks like Chubbs.
It Chubbs didn't have that. Can you imagine that thing?
And now I'm marrying my eldest son to a wicked little bitch from Highgarden.
Ooh.
Well, I'm supposed to marry her brother, a renowned pillow biter, so...
Pillow biter.
Not now.
I want. Not now. When? I've been back for weeks.
You come back after all this time with no apologies on one hand and expect everything to be the same.
What do you want me to apologize for?
For leaving me.
You think I wanted to be taken prisoner? I murdered people so I could be here with you.
You took too long.
I...
Said you put 3 arrows in him.
I did.
I've seen you slip a shaft through a rabbit's eye at 200 yards. If that boy's still walking, it's because you let him go.
I love his voice.
Smart man.
Yeah.
Because you let them go. Lincoln? No.
Thens. I fucking hate Thens.
Just one time, before you die, you really ought to try Crow.
I knew it, dude.
Yep.
I knew it.
I was jealous of Rob my whole life. The way my father looked at him, I wanted that. He was better. They're ready for you. No one's going to hang you. You've done nothing wrong.
I've done plenty wrong.
Don't talk about the Half-Hand as if you knew him. He was my brother.
And you'd know he'd do anything to defend the wall. The free folk would have bought him.
The free folk? Listen to him. He even talks like a wildling now.
Nah, I talk like a wildling. I ate with the wildlings. I climbed the wall with the wildlings. I lay with a wildling girl.
If we beheaded every ranger who lay with a girl, the wall would be manned by headless men.
Mance Raider marches on the wall with an army of 100,000.
Impossible. You can't get 50 wildlings together before they start killing each other.
100,000. Have you ever been beyond the wall, sir?
I commanded the city watch of King's Landing, boy.
And now you're here. You must not have been very good at your job.
How dare you!
The orders are to attack Castle Black from the south when Mance hits it from the north. Signal for the attack will be a bonfire.
But we won't be taking your head today, Jon Snow. Go on.
Anytime they talk about Robb Stark, I'm gonna be fighting tears.
And I don't trust the bastard. Told the truth. You always know when a man is telling a lie. How did you acquire this magical power? I grew up in King's Landing.
Where everybody's liars.
Maester Aemon.
Please pardon me for interrupting. My name is Brienne of Tarth.
We know who you are. We've heard all about you. I hear you knocked my grandson into the dirt like the silly little boy he is.
One day, my lady, I will avenge our king.
Joffrey is our king now.
They know I saved the city. They know I won the war.
The war's not won. While Stannis lives.
I broke Stannis on the Blackwater.
You?
You weren't there to help, Uncle.
I was rather busy.
Busy getting captured. Sir Duncan de Tor.
They're making a spin-off of that show.
Yes, you are. Sir Jaime Lannister. Someone forgot to write down all your great deeds.
There's still time.
Is there? For a 40-year-old knight with one hand? How can you protect me with that?
I use my left hand now, Your Grace.
If you want them to follow you, you have to become a part of their world. Strategy.
He used to look that much older in Hill House as he does now.
All the hair and the sun.
There's one on every mile marker between here and Marine.
How many miles are there between here and Marine?
163, Your Grace.
Well, Arya Stark hasn't been seen since her father was killed. What do you think she is?
One isn't dead.
And Sansa Stark is now Sansa Lannister. It's a complication.
Complications?
What do you want me to do?
Where would she be safer than here?
Look me in the eye and tell me that you think she'll be safe in King's Landing.
I'd run out of them, just like. That guy chasing her.
Like, there's no guards or anything.
Yeah, why
down
wouldn't you have a
here?
guard?
It's all right. It's all right.
Sir Dontos. For the King's Name Day celebration. I'm sorry, I should have remembered.
I can't accept.
Oh, I think I do remember. Was he the one who's gonna get killed? He was one of those gonna get killed.
I don't have anything else left. That's all. Take it. Wear it. Let my name have one more moment in the sun.
I'll wear it with pride, Sir Dontos.
It's a good moment.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
You think I'm gonna escape? Where would I go?
You've got an aunt in the Vale, rich Aunt Lysa. After I sell you to her, maybe she'll have enough left over to buy you that pony you want so much.
I know him. The small one. Oliver stole my sword and put it right through his neck.
Needle. Of course you named your sword.
Lots of people name their swords.
Lots of cunts.
Is he gonna 1v5 them?
1v5.
That'd be amazing.
Uh-oh.
I know you. You're the Hound.
Dude.
But I don't need to tell you that, eh?
That's true. That's smart.
Fuck the king. Bring me one of those chickens.
You got money to pay for it?
You paid for it.
We'll trade you. One of our little chickens for one of yours.
Listening to talkers makes me thirsty.
I would not mess with him. I just
Yeah,
wouldn't.
he's huge. Like, they know he's a huge,
He was a 6'4",
tough son of a
fighter.
6'4", 230 pounds.
I think he's more than 6'4".
Really?
Yeah, I think he's like 6'6" or something.
He's
6'7".
got to be going more than
6'6",
230.
250.
I think I'll take 2 chickens.
You're gonna die for some chickens.
Someone is.
He's a man, dude. He's just.
Oh, my God.
Oh, dude! Oh my God!
Can you walk? I've got to carry you.
Carry me.
Maybe I'll pick my teeth with it.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that's...
Hey, she got her own horse. Look at her.
I love this
duo.
I love them together. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was our reaction. What'd you boys think?
I think the Thins are messed up.
The Thins are freaking messed up.
They just there's something about them that disturb me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Besides the whole cannibalistic thing.
Well, yeah, they're just they look like cannibals. They sound like cannibals. They talk like cannibals. Let's take it from the top. All right, Ned's sword. Do you guys remember the name of it? It's made of Valyrian steel, which is very rare.
The beast.
And what do we know? Okay, maybe I usually gotta let you guys figure that out on your own. But Valyrian steel is a big deal. It's rare.
It's rare. But there was enough of it for them to forge two swords.
Well, the dagger that was used in an attempt to kill Bran was made out of Valyrian as well. But the sword's name was Ice.
The Ice.
It was just called Ice. Yeah. Made two swords, and he gave one to Jaime.
We
don't know yet.
I feel like after that conversation, I walked away feeling like he has, I think, more respect for Jaime than the other kids.
Well,
because like Tywin, I don't think would have tolerated a no for an answer from Cersei or from Tyrion under any circumstances.
Correct. I mean, he views him as a man. He's the oldest, but he's also disappointed severely that he's he kind of disowns his son. You know what I mean?
He's the first person that I've seen tell Tywin Lannister no outright to his face. And
yeah, you're right. I'm trying to think of the Queen. I'm trying to think of the Queen of Flowers did. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking about.
I just feel like
because they were negotiating, a couple episodes ago
for the wedding, like terms for the wedding and all
yeah,
that.
And who's gonna marry who and everything.
Like I just feel like Jaime's Jaime is the most accomplished of all the children.
Yeah.
Well, one's the queen though.
What has she done?
No, the way we look at it,
other than look pretty.
The way we look at it is she's done nothing. She just, happened to be married to the right guy, and she happened to be born to the right family. Jaime, but then Tyrion though, he's smart. He commanded the nines. He commanded. He basically commanded the Battle of Blackwater. He's accomplished in his own way.
Yeah.
But in terms of how people view him, no. Now he's just master of coin and yada yada. But I love the conversation between Jaime and Tywin and telling him now. You guys got to meet Prince Oberyn, who is Pedro Pascal, who I love from The Mandalorian. That's the only thing. Yeah, it's the only thing I've really seen him in besides
Last
this.
of Us.
Gladiator.
Oh, The Last of Us. Yeah, we reacted to The Last of Us.
Gladiator.
Well, yeah, we haven't seen The Gladiator yet, so you haven't seen The Gladiator. I don't know if it's in theaters yet. Actually, okay.
Said now playing. Yeah.
Okay.
I can already tell he's going to be a cool character. I like him a lot.
Yeah. Can't say too much, but I like him.
We had the Haunting Hill House character come.
Yeah, he replaced Dario. I think that's his name. He replaced Dario. I'm not sure exactly why that happened. I think Dario, right?
What is drawing we have here?
I don't know. It might have been Boogie's drawing it.
Bob.
Yeah, they look like Minecraft characters. Yeah.
I think you're right. I think that actor is Danish, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, him and Jaime. Him and the guy who plays Jaime is. They're Scandinavian sometime, and they're Scandinavian or something. Okay. Anyway, so he has a beef to pick with the Lannisters because his sister, Oberyn Martell's sister, was married to Rhaegar, and then Rhaegar took Robb Baratheon's betrothed. No. I'm sorry. Robb. Okay, I'm mixing up my history here. Yeah, he took Robb's betrothed, Ned's sister, and that started the whole war. Yeah. That started Robb's rebellion.
Mm-hmm.
And he blames
and they killed
the Mountain
for actually carrying out
killing.
Yeah, raped and killed her, cut her in half.
So do you think that that's actually true? Or do you think that's just the version he heard?
That's a good question. I know the answer because I've seen the show.
Okay.
But
'Cause I was going to say, I don't think that we know definitively that yet. And I was thinking about that when he said that. I'm like, is that actually what happened? Or
there are things that we don't find out. We just got to go by the characters. We have to pick a side, and we have to go with what the characters know, and the characters can't always know for sure. But anyways, like you said, Dario, new actor. We just watched
What's his actor name?
I don't know his name, but we watched The Haunting of Hill House. I showed it to them.
He was
fantastic.
fantastic.
I reacted to it a couple years ago, or last year. Was it last year? Maybe 2 years ago.
Probably last fall.
It was one of the best shows I ever watched in my life.
And you're not a horror person.
I
You don't like...
I hate horror.
Yeah.
I love good shows and good movies, so I'll watch anything that's
And
good.
It doesn't get much better than Hill House.
Yeah, I know Michael Fletcher, is that his name? Michael Flanagan. So Michael Flanagan, he's like the creator, writer guy who did that show. He did all these other shows on Netflix, like The Haunting of Bly Manor. There's like two other ones. He's kind of like the modern horror aficionado, I guess.
Superb writing.
Yeah. But yeah, Oberyn's pissed, and as you can tell, he's he's bi.
He's gonna do
I mean,
something.
that's not really an important detail, but I think that's I guess at the time that kind of surprised the audience. I mean, he's known for he's known for banging half of Westeros, and he's been riding on shitty road for 2 weeks, and Tyrion knew Tyrion knew
Marietta.
Yeah, well now.
Yeah, but feels like that's fairly common. Like, I remember watching the show Spartacus.
Yeah,
I don't know if you ever watched that.
I watched the first season.
But
what's up?
Why's the light on?
The fuck is that light on? No wonder we look so good in this. And let me see this. We don't look awful, but there is definitely light above. Like I can just tell. Yeah, we don't look terrible. Actually, it's kind of okay. It's kind of.
We just
Yeah, we have a light up here. We always turn it off, but it's on. We'll probably turn it off later.
So Spartacus, I remember watching that show and thinking, this is kind of a fairly common thing where kind of anything goes.
Mhm.
Guys and girls, girls and girls, girls and guys, guys and guys. It didn't matter. Whatever. Roll the dice.
Jupiter's cock, Tom. I know.
Like,
remember that?
And I don't remember that.
Yeah, the bald guy who was with the girl from Xena Warrior Princess. They were married and they were rich. They owned the slaves. They were saying Jupiter's cock. So I watched the first season, and I thought it was an incredible show.
And then the actor died, I believe.
The actor
right?
died of cancer. A young guy too, like our age or younger. He's in shape and everything. Yeah, you got some shit on there.
Yeah, man.
But
I just
after that, I
noticed
didn't have the heart to watch it. But I heard that I must because it actually ends well.
It does. It's a great. Yeah, dude. I must have been the Taco Bell.
We got
or
to Taco
something.
Bell because it's a late night and we're starving. Let's keep it focused here, gentlemen. All right, we had a scene with Sansa and Tyrion, and obviously Shay's still pissed off. He wants to do right by her, but I think the way he feels about it is probably what this is the
Guilty.
situation.
Shay, I think, is flirting heavily with this idea of becoming semi-unreasonable. Like, I get it emotionally where she's coming from, but in my opinion, I think she's bordering on becoming unreasonable.
You know who I think I kind of agreed, given she was basically nothing, and now she's living here in the capital.
Well, even like her comment about, oh, you offer me diamonds to make me... It's like, dude, you were just offered... We talked about this a little bit, I think, in the last post talk.
Mm-hmm.
You were offered an opportunity for a life that you could have never dreamed of based on where you came from.
Yeah, but it's like, I saw this the other day. Next time you take a shower, think about the hot water. 100 years ago, no one that you admired would have had hot water. Okay? It's very unlikely. Very unlikely. We're living in literally the best time to be alive in history of mankind. But people don't know how good they have it.
Mm-hmm.
They do not. People don't know how good they have it because you get used to your life and you want better. It's a human way.
Yeah.
But it's something to keep things in perspective, no matter how bad things are. But, Shay wants what she wants. I'm the same way. I want what I want, and it's hard for me to not want what I want. Okay? But, she gave the diamonds back to... it was the spider. That's his name, right? What's his name? Shit, bald guy.
Yeah.
Varys. Is it
Sir
Varys?
Varys.
Yeah. Okay. She gave the diamonds back to Varys, and Tyrion knew nothing of it. He was just trying to be nice. But yeah, but you know who's unreasonable? Cersei. Cersei being mad at Jaime for leaving and being gone too long.
Is that my fault? I got kidnapped.
I got kidnapped and my hand cut off.
And nothing about her statement to me made any sort of logical sense.
Yeah, nothing about it at all. I think it's more like I'm mad, so these are my feelings. I know it's okay. I don't know. I can't justify it. I can't rationalize it. I think she's being an idiot.
Yeah,
I think the idea is like she does not. I mean, she's had a hard time, I guess, because Jaime's been gone, and like she gave a list of things. Her husband's died. Blah blah blah. She has to marry this other rich guy from.
And when did the whole "my husband died" thing matter before? Like it didn't matter before. They were still doing what they were doing then.
I don't know.
Like
yeah, I don't know.
It seems like clever, convenient excuses to me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I get it. I think she's being. I thought she wins the award for most unreasonable person in this episode. Jon on Robb Stark's death, talking about how he is always jealous of him. Right. I wanted a little more from that scene.
Yeah.
Because you remember how Jon was acting when Ned died? He rode off, and his brothers had to go back and get him. Remember that?
Yeah, but I feel like there was always, at least it seemed like back in that first season, that there was a really good relationship. Like he was one of the only ones who.
Yeah, he treated Jon with kindness. He viewed him as a brother.
Yeah.
We had that scene where they were riding next to each other, and he said, "You may have a different last name, but you'll always be my brother." And Ned said the same thing. He said, "You have my blood." And Ned was going to tell him the history of his birthright, unfortunately, and then he died.
Never came to pass. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Maester Aemond.
He's a good man. I like him.
Yeah, saying that Jon's telling the truth. He just laid it all out in front of that little council.
I hate that council, by the way.
I hate that council and hate the school council.
I can't remember the guy's name in the middle. The guy who's acting Lord Commander. I can't remember his name, but God, he's hilarious.
I've seen him in something. Yeah, isn't he like a comedy guy?
I have no idea, but he's hilarious in this show because he has
that look.
He has this look. He's always giving Jon shit. He says something really funny later on too.
And that guy next to him.
He's from King's Landing. Can't remember his name, but they let him take the black. He was a piece of shit, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Tyrion that sent him there, if I remember correctly.
Well, yeah, and then Jon pretty much calls him out on that. He stands up and he's like, "How dare you!"
Yeah. Yeah. How dare you! Yeah, he's hilarious. He's perfect for his role. So Arthur Dayne, they called him the Sword of the Morning. He has 3 pages because he's a badass.
Is he in?
Well, he died.
Is he in
You just got House of the Dragon?
Yeah.
No, because that takes place hundreds of years before this.
Oh.
I think 200 or 300 years before.
You
this.
said something about they're making a spin-off of...
Duncan.
Actually?
Yeah, it's just going to be like maybe 1 season. It's going to be about his adventures. Duncan the Tall. He was just this really tall guy who's trying to be a knight or something, and he's got a squire named. They called him Egg because he was bald or something.
Mm-hmm.
And they just have this jolly adventure, I guess, that is a little more family friendly from what I understand than this show. But it's going to be on HBO. It's going to be violent. But yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's in production, and there's actually I think it's already been shot now.
So wait.
So we'll probably react to that.
When does that take place?
Like 100 years for this show or something like that. Which is, what's weird is now. Okay, now I think I might have been spoiled because I think he must become a Kingsguard or something later because he's in that book.
Right.
You spoiled myself. Gee,
Wait,
crap.
Wow.
Yeah, because Joffrey was reading from that book, right?
Right.
Yeah. All right. We do have Daenerys. Also, I mean, obviously, we touched on the fact that Dario, I think his name, is a new actor. But at every mile, there is someone like a dead person, kind of crucified, pointing into the direction of Marine or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's pissed off.
And it seems like she's also kind of maybe starting to lose a little bit of her physical control of the dragons as they're getting older. And
yeah, they snapped at her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But he said, "Hey, they're dragons.
Yeah.
You're never going to tame them."
She hasn't. They haven't had the belt. That's what the problem is.
Yeah, the belt and the backhand.
Belt.
I remember getting the backhand and the belt like this, like that's at the same time. My dad just like that, coming at me. That'd be cool. I'm telling you. Brienne and Jaime, their conversation. I love that they have this incredible shorthand now because they just spent all that time on the road together. They literally saved each other a couple times.
They've got a great 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
And I like it almost as much as I like the Hound and Arya's.
Yeah.
Arya's becoming a little hitman.
I thought that guy was just gonna die, but he's like,
yeah, the guy
actually,
he put a sword on.
He would have died the first time because it went to his brain.
Yeah, he would have died the first time. Yeah, but that was brutal to watch actually.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
The Hound is it's hilarious to watch him fight and kill people because he's just this tank.
He's a tank, yeah, and I thought the fight was pretty good.
He's just form 5.
So I didn't observe this last time, but I felt like Arya was kind of hedging her bets, like waiting to see, like make sure that he was going to win, and then she helped. Because, she was saying that little prayer to herself. She wanted to kill him at one time. But
she got her sword back.
She got a sword back needle that Jon Stark had forged for her.
Jon Stark?
Jon Snow. Sorry.
Okay, I was like, well, that's why I didn't recognize it.
So, and we also had Ser Dantos reappear. He was a guy, I'm pretty sure they were going to fucking conceive. He was consuming all that wine.
I don't really remember him.
Yeah, like it was his name day. It was the day he was proclaimed king, and he got caught. I think he got caught singing some song about Joffrey, and they were pouring wine down his throat.
Yeah, I learned that.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
And she said it's bad luck to kill a guy on a name day, and he's, and eventually I think Joffrey just forgot. So that guy was saved by her, and he gave her a necklace from his family that was passed down. His house was once a house that was on the rise, but it kind of didn't work out.
Yeah.
Now it seems like it's pretty much going to die off with him, and he's just a miserable drunk now, and he used to be a decorated knight. And
yeah, it used to be a knight, yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. Anyways, that was pretty much the episode, but I thought it was a fantastic opener.
Really
we
good.
We touched on a lot of different storylines. We didn't really see Stannis, but we touched on a lot of them.
We don't really have, bad episodes. Or I don't even want to say bad, because none of them have been bad. I don't remember one where I was just like, there's not really much going on.
I agree.
Like, there's so much happening in so many different places. Everything kind of seems to continue moving forward in some capacity. Every episode.
Yeah, like I said, this show was one of the best shows in the world for a reason. Guys, if you don't want to wait until next Monday, check us out on Patreon to see the next 4. If not, we'll see you next time on YouTube.
I'm going to go get the taco sauce off my hoodie.
Yes.